Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel yet again. And today's controversial opinion discussed is going to be on the heels of my last video and of the latest drama against the trans ideology, against everyone else, and the J.K. Rowling and Hogwarts legacy drama and huge fiasco. If you haven't seen my last video on that, I'll put a link up in the corner in the description for this video. Definitely check that out. But on the heels of that topic, I figured I might as well continue down the rabbit hole, down that path, because I remembered about another video that I always wanted to react to, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. And this video comes from a YouTuber named Dawn Marie, who is a self-described trans woman.
Hey sis, how you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dawn Marie and I am a transgender YouTuber. On this channel we talk about transgender issues, hormone updates, all that jazz, and we do like story time.
And they have some very interesting takes on the ideology of being a trans woman, and that there are benefits to dating a trans woman over a biological woman, at least if you're a heterosexual man. So grab some popcorn and let's get into her first reason and her first benefit of why you should date a trans woman.
I'm going to talk about the reasons and the benefits of dating a transgender woman and why we are probably most likely, I don't want to be biased, but why we're probably most like average bish. The first reason being, we are strong individuals. We've had to endure a lot, within our life, and we've been through a lot. And it just makes us stronger people, and it makes us really sweet. You go through as much as a trans woman who's been like either kicked out of her home or she's been beat up by people, by bullies and stuff. She's gonna be a very, very loving, caring person because she doesn't want anybody to feel what she's been through, So she's gonna be super sweet and she's just gonna be a loving person.
Okay, so reason number one is already off to a really strange start. So reason number one, she said, was that trans women are very strong. They're strong, developed people because they've been through a lot. They might have been thrown out of their house or beaten up or something like that. So they're very strong people compared to, as she calls them, the average bitch. Now, I don't know exactly who qualifies these days as an average bitch, especially since this video is now 4 years old and it's aged worse than a horrific container of milk left out in the sun in the middle of the Egyptian desert. But I digress. Not sure who qualifies as an average bitch. Hopefully, I'm not one of them, but I probably am. So you're stronger than the average person, right? That's the main point for point number one. That's like saying a person who survived cancer is stronger than the average person. Does that put them higher on the dating poll than the average bitch? I don't know. I think that Dawn Marie here should watch one of the Marvel movies, with the guy that can shoot webs out or fly with his cape. Should probably watch some of those, read a comic book, something like that, and learn that there's a lot of strong people out there. Not all of them are bitten by radioactive spiders, can lift up cars with their pinkies. But I don't really see how that makes you stronger than other people. But okay, not going to speak for everyone's life experience because who knows? So that's a weird claim to make. It's a weird place to start. Let's see a point number two for why you should prefer to date a trans woman let's see if this point makes a little bit more sense, hopefully.
Number 2 for why you should date a trans woman instead. I'm just kidding. We are more appreciative of the small things. We don't need you to, like, go buy us an expensive lunch or, spend $100 on something for me to be happy. We just want you to like hold our hands in public. We just want you to be happy that you're with us. Like, little things like holding our hand in public can make us super happy because, there are people out there that want to hide us. So, we're easy to please. We don't have like super unobtainable like standards. Like, we do have standards. I don't want to make it sound like we don't have standards, but we are not just like stuck up and like bougie and just wanting the world from you. We just appreciate the small things.
Okay. Point number 2 was even worse. Much worse. Which I didn't think was possible, honestly. So, point 2, she said that it is ideal to date a trans woman because they appreciate the little things. You don't have to buy them a nice dinner or $100 thing for them to appreciate you. It's the little things. The little things. Little things, she says, that stand out the most. Like, I don't know. What do most couples do these days? I'm not sure. I've been single a long time. I mean, do people still hold hands? Do they still hug? Do they go out to dinners? Do they watch movies? Mini golf? What do people do these days? I don't even know. I'm pretty sure holding hands is like a universal couple thing. Doesn't matter what gender the person is, who you're dating. I'm pretty sure everybody, at the fundamental basis of any sort of relationship, holding hands is like the most bare bones basic thing that you start doing when you start dating someone in middle school and you have your first crush kind of thing, and you go to the school formal and you drink a bunch of Cokes and feel like a badass. At least that's what I did when I was dating my girlfriend, like 14 years ago. I drank like 12 Cokes, cherry Cokes, and I thought I was like the coolest kid in town. So yes, apparently the little things like holding hands is more important than buying fancy dinners and expensive luxury items, because trans women can appreciate that more than, some Joe Schmo out on the street. Totally. So I guess you've been doing your relationships all wrong. You should go back to those fundamental things like holding hands. And, hey, it'll save you a steak dinner. So hell, maybe she's trying to save you some money. I mean, can't argue with that in today's day and age with inflation going up everywhere. So yes, holding hands, doing the little things that every person does in any relationship ever is somehow more meaningful to trans women than it is to anyone else. And therefore, yet another great reason Dawn Marie has provided us with why she is more preferable to date than the average bougie bitch. Her words, not mine. Let's just hear what else she has to say.
Number 3. Oh, no, I want to say that in Spanish. Número 3. Number 3 for why it is beneficial to date a transgender woman is not all guys want to have kids. Believe it or not, right now I'm talking to a guy who doesn't want to have kids. And that's where I actually got this little pointer from. We can't get pregnant, which means we don't have periods either.
Hold on. Did you hear what I just heard? Did she just say trans women can't have kids, but also can't have periods? I noticed a 4-year-old video. I think things have changed in the trust the science routine, right? Because now we're being told in 2023 that trans women can have periods. See my previous video for that explanation if you haven't seen that clip. Apparently, Dawn Marie needs to get with the times. she indeed can have a period as a trans woman. And she probably will, at some point, someone will tell her that she can probably have kids too, but she seemed to figure that one out at least on her own. I give her props for that. Old, but still useful knowledge, even in 2023, where we're at today. But you heard it first. She, an identified trans woman, said that she can't have a period. So, before you label me transphobic, how about you go focus on what she just said and let that sink in? Because she, he, whatever was actually right. Just saying.
So a lot of guys don't want kids. There's so much pressure to have a kid when there's a guy and a female, in a relationship. There's like, oh, well, now hurry it up. Like, we want you to get married, have some kids, Not all guys want kids. So, if you don't want kids, we're the perfect candidate for you. Like, at first I was like, maybe I'm sad because I want to have my own children too. But, whatever. Like, I'll keep my body nice and toned and fit and, keep it stretch mark free. I do have stretch marks on the side of my booty because it's gross. Say number 4 would be that we know a man's needs more than your average girl. The reason that being is because we've been on the other side, if you're catching my drift. Number 5, hope. I feel like number 5 is because trans women are more feminine and make more of an effort. The reason that being is because we're making up for what we lacked in our previous life, and we care about our appearance and we just want to look spruced up and feminine at all times. Guys love that. Guys appreciate it. I heard from a few guys that I've dated, like, you know what, like, I really appreciate trans women because they actually take the time to get ready and don't take advantage of being a woman. Oh my God, this hair is getting on my nerves right here. You guys actually, like, take the time and effort to be feminine and to be girly, and you guys aren't trying to, like, step all over our toes all the time.
Okay. I thought maybe point 5. I agree with point 4, as you heard. I thought point 4 was relevant, at least to an extent. I thought point 5 might be able to keep going, at least down the right path. So trans women, in an attempt to make up for their previous life, aka being a man that they're born as, an attempt to masquerade and change all of that, they are seen and are attempting to be more feminine than an actual female, a biological woman. They're more feminine. A man is more feminine. Even a feminine man is more feminine than a regular biological woman. Because they get spruced up and dressed up, and they take their time, and they get pretty. So normal women don't do that, right? Biological women don't take their time, don't dress up, don't try to feel beautiful or pretty or powerful or whatever, charming. What the actual fuck does that even mean? What does that mean? What does that accomplish? You're more feminine than actual biological women as a man. Again, you can be a feminine man. There's nothing wrong with that. I would never say a feminine man is more feminine. It's more put together, more fashionable, more takes care of themselves, takes their time to get ready than a biological woman. What the hell does that even mean? Someone please in the comments tell me what that means. I thought we were going to end on a high note. It seems like we tried to go off the deep end of the diving board, except it broke under the weight and we plummeted straight into the deep end. And there's no lifeguards around. I don't know how you're going to recover from that. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Maybe it does to you. Please let me know in the comments if you understand how a man, a trans woman, by any definition, can be more feminine than you as a natural, biological, born, raised, developed woman. Because I'm not remotely feminine. I sure as hell can't relate to that idea at all. I don't really care what I look like. I throw a hat on, hide my hat hair that's growing out weird. I put on a camera, put on a shirt, because I have to. And yeah, I'm not particularly pretty. So please clue me in what that's supposed to mean, if you know. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Let me know what you thought in the comments about Dawn Marie and her 5 excellent points about why you should date a trans woman over a biological woman as a straight heterosexual man. I can't say that in a way that makes sense. I'm sorry. That's what the video is called. Benefits of dating a trans woman. So, if you have any comments, put them down below. I'd love to read them and react to them. Like the video if you enjoyed. And stay tuned for the next video where we will be looking at another controversial opinion that we'll be discussing right here. Thanks for watching.